The drama begins with Yi Weimian, a design student who lives running from one place to another because, although she seems like an ordinary girl, in reality she carries a huge problem. She has a twin sister named Yi Zhenhan, a finance student, much more organized and dedicated in that academic world. One day, Zhenhan tells her that she wants to apply for a student exchange scholarship, an opportunity that could change her life. Everything seems to be going well, until a terrible accident happens and Zhenhan falls into a coma. With her sister in the hospital and the application deadline about to close, Weimian makes a risky decision: to pretend to be her and submit the documents so she does not lose that scholarship. Meanwhile, Gu Yanluo appears, the most famous guy in finance. He is intelligent, handsome, serious, student president, and also the best in his major, so everyone treats him as if he were a university celebrity. That day he is invited to participate in a live conference, but first he needs to change clothes. Since he cannot find a free dressing room, he ends up doing it behind a panel. And right at the worst moment, Weimian appears, not knowing who he is, and misunderstands everything. She believes she is standing in front of an exhibitionist and looks at him in horror. Yanluo tries to explain himself, but the first impression is already a disaster. After completing the scholarship application, Weimian discovers that there is a very strict requirement. Whoever wants to win it cannot miss a single day of class. In addition, the papers must be handed to the student president. When they tell her that the president is Gu Yanluo, the same guy she just unfairly accused, she understands that her plan has already started off on the wrong foot. Even so, she has no alternative and goes looking for him. The situation gets worse in the recording studio. Yanluo is in the middle of a live broadcast and asks for a volunteer. Because of pure pressure, Weimian ends up going up. While they are in front of the cameras, he notices that her dress is open and tries to warn her with discreet gestures so he will not embarrass her. But Weimian, who still has him marked as suspicious, thinks he is looking at her body. Without thinking too much, she slaps him in front of everyone. The audience freezes, the fans become outraged, and Yanluo has to use all his calm to save the broadcast as if that had been part of the show. As expected, Yanluo's admirers go after Weimian, and she barely manages to escape. Hours later, while working as a delivery rider to earn money, fate mocks her again. Her customer is Yanluo himself. To make matters worse, the product she was carrying breaks. He recognizes her instantly as the girl who hit him and calls her a stalker. She responds by calling him a pervert. Then Yanluo explains that he only wanted to warn her that her dress was open. Weimian is terribly embarrassed and apologizes, offering to pay for the damage in installments, because the broken bracelet was extremely expensive. Yanluo does not want to accept that arrangement because the bracelet was his mother's birthday gift. Just then, he receives a call from her, and the lady tells him that the best gift would be for him to introduce her to a girlfriend. Weimian hears the conversation and sees a perfect way out of her debt. She proposes pretending to be his girlfriend for one night in exchange for him, letting her pay him little by little. Yanluo accepts, not entirely convinced, and they both go out to find her a decent dress for the party. At the celebration, Weimian tries to behave like an elegant girlfriend, although inside she is nervous. Yanluo guides her in a waltz and, although everything began as an agreement, the closeness stirs something strange in both of them. He introduces her as his partner and his mother becomes happy, convinced that her son has finally opened his heart. Later, while they are looking for food, Weimian slips and Yanluo holds her, leaving them far too close. Xia Yuanqing, a girl in love with Yanluo, sees the scene and immediately becomes jealous and starts criticizing Weimian. But Yanluo defends her without hesitation, making it clear that he will not allow anyone to humiliate her. At that party, we also meet Gu Sivan, Yanluo's cousin, and Mu Zhe, his best friend. At the end of the night, Yanluo and Weimian exchange numbers to keep the agreement going. Afterward, she runs to the hospital to see her sister and tells everything to her best friend, Lu Yao. She also explains that she will have to attend design classes and, at the same time, finance classes while pretending to be Zhenhan. Lu Yao worries because the plan is madness, but she understands that Weimian is doing it out of love for her sister. To sustain the lie, Weimian moves into the dorms. There she meets Fang Mimi, her roommate, who turns out to be the president of Gu Yanluo's fan club. As soon as she recognizes her, she criticizes her for having slapped him during the broadcast. Weimian improvises and says that everything was acted. Fang Mimi does not fully believe her, but for the moment she leaves her alone. The next day, in finance class, the professor asks them to form pairs. Since everyone wants to be with Yanluo, he has to choose. To the class's surprise, he chooses Weimian, increasing the risk that her secret will come to light. During a break, Weimian has lunch with Yan Juyue, a friend of her sister Zhenhan. He begins to notice that Jeanhan is acting strangely, more expressive, clumsier, and much less serious than before. Shortly after, Wei Mian volunteers at the library. While organizing books with Zhou Yue, Yen Luo arrives for an inspection as student president. True to his perfectionist style, he criticizes every detail. Wei Mian gets irritated and refuses to give him a book. Yen Luo approaches to take it from her and corners her against the shelf. Their faces end up far too close, the tension suddenly appears, but the moment breaks when Lu Yao calls and Wei Mian runs away. Yen Luo's mother asks to see the supposed girlfriend again. He asks Wei Mian to pretend once more, but she refuses because she does not want to complicate the lie even more. In the middle of the struggle, she ends up tearing his shirt. Since she has no money to buy him an identical one, she fixes it with a flower and gets him a polo shirt. When she sees him wearing it, she gets the idea to use him as a model and sell polo shirts for commission. Yen Luo agrees to pose and even dance to attract customers, but with one condition. She must accompany him to dinner with his mother. The sale is a success. Wei Mian earns money, buys Yen Luo food, and they both take photos as a memory. When she arrives at the dorm, Yen Zhuyue sees the photos and becomes sad, because he is actually in love with Yi Zhenhan. Since he believes he is standing in front of her, he gives her a gift and indirectly confesses his feelings. Wei Mian does not fully understand it, but she realizes that he cares deeply about her sister. Lu Yao, for her part, warns her again that getting close to Yen Luo is dangerous. The more she relates to someone so popular, the more eyes she will have on her. Wei Mian accepts that Lu Yao is right and tells Yen Luo that she will only pay her debt, but will no longer pretend to be his girlfriend. Yen Luo, desperate to maintain the facade with his mother, offers to forgive her entire bracelet debt if she continues helping him. She accepts because she needs money for Zhenhan's medicine, and they both sign a contract. In theory, everything is clear, but in practice, feelings begin to mix with the clauses. The next date with Yen Luo's mother turns into a small chaos. Gu Sivan and Wei Mian are waiting for the lady when a cyclist passes by, pushes them, and Sivan ends up crashing into a painter, ruining his painting. Wei Mian uses her talent and paints a rose to save the artwork. Then, when Yen Luo arrives, Sivan pushes Wei Mian toward him and she stains his shirt. Far from panicking, she turns the stain into a heart. Seeing her smile while fixing the disaster, Yen Luo feels something change inside him. During lunch, Yen Luo's mother is so happy with the relationship that she even mentions an engagement. Wei Mian tries to play along without fainting from nerves. That night, Yen Zhuyue gathers his courage and clearly confesses to Zhenhan that he likes her. Wei Mian rejects him in a way the real Zhenhan would never use, and he begins to suspect even more. To confirm it, he takes her to an amusement park and observes her. In the end, he discovers that she is an imposter. Wei Mian has no way out and tells him the whole truth, taking him to the hospital to see Zhenhan. Zhuyue is hurt, but he understands the reason and proves that his feelings for the real Zhenhan are sincere. Then a field assignment arrives. Wei Mian and Yen Luo end up together, and during the activity, a bee appears. Yen Luo gets scared, steps back, and the two end up kissing by accident. The scene is posted on the university forum. Some say it was accidental, but others begin to claim that her real boyfriend must be Yen Zhuyue, because they are always together. Yen Luo, full of jealousy, challenges Zhuyue to a basketball match. But when Wei Mian cheers for Zhuyue, Yen Luo feels even worse. Gu Sivan confronts him and reminds him that, if his relationship with Wei Mian is fake, there is no point in being jealous. That phrase leaves him thinking. As the days pass, Yen Luo notices that Wei Mian arrives to class very tired. Worried, he asks Lu Yao what is going on. She tells him that Wei Mian has no parents and that she works a lot to pay her own expenses and her sister's. Then Yen Luo proposes that she move into his house and work as a housekeeper, paying her 3 months in advance. Wei Mian accepts because the hospital does not wait. To feel safer, she takes pepper spray, although she ends up forgetting it on the sofa. The cohabitation begins with awkward moments. Underwear, criticized breakfasts, a blackout, a fall onto the sofa, and Yen Luo accidentally spraying himself with the pepper spray. Everything seems like a disaster, but it also brings them closer. One day, Yen Luo pretends to be sick so Wei Mian will prepare the soup she took to the hospital, but he ends up truly feeling unwell and she takes care of him. On another occasion, she forgets her helmet and the police confiscate her delivery motorcycle. Yen Luo helps her with the deliveries, although they arrive late and she gets suspended. Seeing her sad, he buys a cake to cheer her up. Wei Mian becomes very emotional because in recent years she spent her birthdays working. She lights a candle and both make silent wishes. Neither says it, but that moment remains stored in both of their hearts. Yenluo later tells her that she was chosen for a finance competition and lends her his books so she can prepare. They study together until Wei Mian falls asleep, and he carries her to bed, covering her with a blanket. The next day, she hurts her arm and uses that to try to withdraw, but her classmates criticize her. Yenluo appears and offers to replace her. Grateful, Wei Mian gives him a polo shirt with a special design. He wears it in the competition and wins. Everyone celebrates, but she starts to feel bad because every sweet gesture from Yenluo increases the guilt of continuing to lie to him. Xia Yuanqing, jealous, invites Wei Mian to a bar with other girls and gets her drunk to make her look bad. Yenluo arrives to rescue her and carries her home. There, a keychain falls from him, and Wei Mian discovers that he keeps the photos they took together. She pretends to be asleep when he comes back, and he, believing she will not notice, kisses her on the forehead. Wei Mian is left blushing, emotional, and scared, because she can no longer deny that what they feel has stopped seeming like acting. But there are also problems. Yenluo discovers that the polo shirt she gave him is already being worn by many girls because Wei Mian had copies made to sell. He is disappointed, since he thought it was a special gift. Then Fang Mimi sees her entering Yenluo's house and threatens to publish the photo to accuse her of being a stalker. During the struggle, a flower pot falls and the finance professor scolds them. Since he believes she is Junhan, he tells her that she no longer seems like the polite and brilliant student from before, and that maybe she does not deserve the scholarship. Wei Mian becomes so scared that she decides to distance herself from Yenluo. That night, she prepares a farewell dinner for him. Yenluo, still resentful over the polo shirt, criticizes the food, and she uses that to tell him that she cannot stand his personality and wants to break the contract. He accepts, hurt, but when it starts raining, he goes out after her with an umbrella. He does not catch up to her. Wei Mian arrives at the dorm with a broken heart, trying to convince herself that distancing herself is the right thing to do. Yenluo, after finding out that the rumors were the reason for her departure, prepares a surprise to apologize. He takes her to a place full of lights, gives her flowers, and is about to confess what he feels, but she receives a call from the hospital and runs away. While the fireworks light up the sky, Wei Mian admits silently that she likes him too, although she cannot accept it because he still believes she is Yi Zhenhan. At the hospital, the doctor informs her that Zhenhan moved her hand and could wake up soon. Wei Mian is happy, but she understands that the lie has an expiration date. Days later, during a game between faculties, she hurts her ankle. Yenluo carries her to the infirmary, applies spray, and, unable to hold back any longer, kisses her. When she is left speechless, he apologizes. Later, she confesses that she saw his declaration and that she likes him too, but that they cannot be together. He asks why, and she invents that she is afraid of his fans. Yenluo believes her feelings are not as strong as his and leaves hurt. Mu Zhe and Lu Yao, tired of seeing them suffer, trick them into meeting at the place where they had their first kiss. Yenluo asks her if she wants to be his girlfriend and tells her to take the flowers if she accepts. Just then, a bee appears, and Wei Mian grabs the bouquet to scare it away. Yenluo interprets it as a yes and kisses her. This time she kisses him back, and so they begin a real relationship, although it is still held up by a huge secret. Meanwhile, Yen Jiuyue is reading beside Yi Zhenhan when she finally wakes up. Wei Mian decides that she can no longer hide anything and prepares a romantic setting to tell Yenluo the truth. But his mother comes to visit and ruins the moment. The next day, the real Zhenhan returns to class and avoids Yenluo because she knows he is her sister's boyfriend. Yenluo notices something strange. Later, while talking on the phone with Wei Mian, he sees Zhenhan pass by and discovers that there are two identical girls. He gathers both sisters, and Wei Mian confesses that her real name is Yi Wei Mian, and that she pretended to be Zhenhan because she was in a coma and she did not want her to lose the scholarship. Yenluo gets angry, not because he does not understand the reason, but because she had many opportunities to tell him the truth and did not. Wei Mian apologizes, promises not to lie anymore, and even prepares cookies for him to ask for forgiveness. Although he is hurt, Yenluo ends up giving in because he loves her. Since everyone at the university believes he was dating Zhenhan, they decide to post on the forum that they broke up, so the real sister will not be involved. From that point on, their relationship continues in secret. In the middle of this new stage, Zhuo Sikhen appears, a famous painter who returns to China and turns out to be Wei Mian's childhood friend. They spend time together, and Mu Zhe takes photos of them that he later shows to Yenluo. Although he feels jealous, Yenluo tries to control himself because he knows they are friends. At the same time, Zhenhan and Yen Jiuyue begin their own story. On his birthday, Jiuyue confesses, and she accepts being his girlfriend, proving that she can also find happiness after the coma. Yenluo wants to surprise Wei Mian with a bracelet made by him and decorates the house with flowers and candles. But Xia Yuanqing calls him crying and asks for help. He goes to see her, and she creates a situation to enter his house and change clothes. She puts on the polo shirt Wei Mian gave him, and just as she begins to confess her love, Wei Mian arrives and sees them. Hurt, she leaves without listening. Yenluo tries to catch up to her, but he cannot. She cries all night, thinking that maybe trusting him was a mistake. Zhua Sikhen takes her to an amusement park to cheer her up, but Yenluo keeps looking for an opportunity to explain. When Wei Mian visits her grandmother with Sikhen, Yenluo follows them to apologize. In the countryside, he loses the bracelet he wanted to give her and stays looking for it. Wei Mian goes out worried, finds the gift, and listens to his explanation. He assures her that he did not betray her. She admits that what hurt her the most was seeing him silent while Xia Yuanqing confessed. Both apologize, make peace, and Yenluo puts the bracelet on her, although Zhua Sikhen watches the scene with sadness. Days later, Wei Mian participates in a fashion contest and wins. Her talent begins to stand out, but the news on the forum reveals that she and Zhenhan are twins. Lu Yao discovers that someone has been defending Wei Mian and Yenluo's relationship on the forum, and suspects it was him. Wei Mian checks his phone and confirms that Yenluo was that secret support. Between embarrassment and happiness, they both end up falling onto the bed, and she kisses him, moved to know that he defended her even without showing his face. Then Yenluo competes in fencing against Hong Yu, who fakes an injury to make him look bad and affect his candidacy for student president. Wei Mian follows Hong Yu to a bar, discovers that he is pretending, and records him. Afterward, she confronts him and warns him that if he messes with her boyfriend again, she will publish the proof. Later, she and Yenluo organize a polo shirt sale with their friends and donate the money to low-income students. That gesture makes the students support Yenluo and elect him student president. To celebrate, Wei Mian prepares a surprise for him, and the two share a happy kiss. Zhua Sikhen also needs to close his chapter. At an art exhibition, Wei Mian sees a painting of herself. He appears and confesses that he is in love with her. Wei Mian, surprised, gently rejects him and makes it clear that she only sees him as a friend. Yenluo arrives right after and does not misunderstand anything, because he knows it is not her fault if someone else likes her. But the real problem comes from somewhere else. Fang Mimi finds Zhenhan's medical history and tells Xia Yuanqing, who connects the dots and discovers the impersonation. Xia Yuanqing threatens Wei Mian with revealing the truth if she does not stay away from Yenluo. He appears and makes it clear to her that, no matter what she does, he will never be with her. However, Fang Mimi manages to record Wei Mian admitting that she pretended to be Zhenhan. The video causes a scandal. The twins are summoned to the administration office, and Wei Mian takes all the blame, asking for Zhenhan and Yenluo to be left out of it. But the director punishes Yenluo for not having reported the case as student president and removes him from his position. Wei Mian feels so guilty that she decides to leave the university so she will not keep hurting anyone. When Yenluo tries to stop her, she breaks off the relationship with tears in her eyes. Both are devastated, but Yenluo does not give up. With his friends and with Zhenhan's help, he posts on the forum the true reason for the lie. Wei Mian did not impersonate her sister out of selfishness, but to protect her scholarship while she was in a coma. The students begin asking for her to be allowed back. The pressure is so strong that the director finally accepts. Wei Mian, happy, goes to look for Yenluo, but he is still hurt. He tells her they are no longer a couple and that when someone truly loves, they do not abandon so easily. Wei Mian understands that she was wrong to run away. With the help of her friends, she prepares a surprise to win him back, but he does not show up. Then Zhua Sikhen says goodbye because he is going abroad, and they remain good friends. Xia Yuanqing also apologizes to Yenluo for the problems she caused. Finally, Wei Mian organizes another surprise at the place where they had their first kiss. There, she confesses that she distanced herself because she was afraid of becoming his weakness and harming him, but now she understands that love does not only make a person vulnerable, it also makes them stronger. She promises that from that moment on, they will face problems together. Yenluo hears everything and lets go of his pride. He promises to always be by her side, no matter what complications may come. Wei Mian accepts, now without hiding, without false names, and without fear of saying who she is. The two seal their reconciliation with a kiss, closing a story full of fake contracts, borrowed identities, jealousy, misunderstandings, and truths that took far too long to come out. In the end, Yenluo and Wei Mian enjoy their love freely, while Yi Zhenhan and Yen Juyue obtain the exchange scholarships. And so this story ends, proving that a lie can be born from love, but only the truth allows that love to move forward. Something beautiful about this whole story is that Wei Mian never acts like a perfect heroine. Many times she improvises, lies, gets into trouble, and makes decisions she clearly did not think through. But her main intention always comes from love for her sister. She does not want to steal Junhan's life or keep her opportunities. She only tries to protect what Junhan had built while she cannot defend it. That is why, although her mistakes have consequences, it is also easy to understand why she risks so much. She is alone, tired, pressured by the hospital money, and afraid of losing the only family she has left. Yen Luo, for his part, also changes a lot. At first, he seems like the typical perfect guy, rigid and somewhat unbearable, the kind who corrects even the way you breathe. He lives following rules, protecting his image, and fulfilling what is expected of him as student president. But when he meets Wei Mian, all that order begins to break. She is chaotic, creative, and emotional, the complete opposite of him. She drives him crazy, but she also makes him smile in a way no one else can. Little by little, Yen Luo stops seeing her as the troublesome girl who owes him a bracelet and starts seeing her as someone who fights every day without showing it off. That is why the misunderstandings between them hurt so much. Every time they seem to move forward, a lie, a jealous fan, a photo taken out of context, or a secret appears and complicates everything. Wei Mian wants to love Yen Luo, but she cannot do it completely while he still thinks she is someone else. And Yen Luo wants to trust her, but he also feels that there is always a part of her life slipping out of his hands. That tension is what makes their romance so entertaining. It is not just, I like you and that's it, but a relationship that must learn to survive the truth. Yi Zhenhan's role is also important. Although she is in a coma for much of the story, her presence weighs on every decision. Wei Mian dresses in her name, attends her classes, lives with her classmates, and even ends up trapped in feelings that did not belong to her at first. When Junhan wakes up, Wei Mian's world shakes, because she can no longer keep hiding behind her sister's identity. But at the same time, that awakening is a liberation. There is no longer a need to sustain such a heavy farce. Now she can face what comes as Yi Wei Mian, with her talents, her mistakes, and her own feelings. Yen Juyue also brings a very tender part. He could have gotten angry when he discovered the deception, and with reason, because he opened up emotionally to someone who was not who he thought she was. However, when he learns the truth and sees Junhan in the hospital, he understands that the situation did not come for mockery. His love for Junhan remains sincere, patient, and respectful. That secondary relationship helps balance the drama because it shows another way of loving. Calmer, quieter, but just as deep. On the other hand, Xia Yuanqing represents the kind of love that is confused with possession. She loves Yen Luo, but she does not respect his decisions. She tries to sabotage, manipulate scenes, and use the truth as a threat when things do not go her way. Even so, the drama does not leave her as a monster with no way out. Toward the end, she also learns to let go and apologize, proving that even those who make mistakes can close their cycle with a little dignity. And Zhua Sikhen, although he appears as a possible rival, ends up being a calm support for Wei Mian. He accompanies her when Yen Luo hurts her, encourages her without pressuring her, and when he confesses his feelings, he accepts the rejection without turning it into a war. That is also valuable, because not all unrequited loves have to become destructive. In the end, what remains most from this story is not only the university romance, but the idea that loving also means telling the truth, even when it is scary. Wei Mian learns that protecting someone does not mean carrying everything alone or disappearing when things get complicated. Yen Luo learns that loving is not controlling, but trusting. And the two understand that a real relationship is not built with fake contracts, borrowed identities, or silent sacrifices, but with honesty, support, and the decision to stay when life becomes uncomfortable. That is why the ending feels so sweet. Wei Mian does not win because she pretended to be her sister, but because she dares to stop pretending. Yen Luo does not choose her for the image of the perfect student everyone believed they saw, but for the real girl he met behind so many messes. That difference changes everything. Because when they finally look at each other without disguises, without contracts, and without fear of losing the scholarship, love stops being an act and becomes a choice. And that is the beautiful part. After so many twists and turns, the two understand that the right person is not the one who keeps you away from problems, but the one who decides to face them with you, even if the road begins with an absurd lie and a broken bracelet. Because, in the end, the best stories do not always begin calmly. Sometimes they are born from a disaster, a confusion, and two hearts that learn late, but learn well, when they can no longer run away. End of the drama.